Hey guys, welcome back to another video over here on the Chinese Zodiac and horoscopes. Today we're going to be doing a reading for all you guys born in the year of the snake. So welcome back all my snake friends. It is of course Karmic Wednesdays. So we welcome back the karmic signs, the dragon and the snake. We'll give these a shuffle up. We'll see how things have been. We'll see what your week has been like as we move forward with the week to come. Just going to get the right feeling for the right cards, and we're going to stop about there, and we're going to take that one from the bottom, we're going to take that one from the middle, we're going to take that one from the top. What have we got? Okay, so we've got a black and two white, so that's quite good to see the two positives there, and it's easy to think, oh good, I've got these positive cards here, everything's going to be okay at the end. But as much as we like to think everything in the end will be okay, that doesn't always mean that it's because there's white cards in the deck or in the spread. White isn't always all right. Black isn't always an attack. It all depends on the compatibility of the cards when we flip them over. So let's start with the negative and get that out of the way, which isn't actually a bad card for you guys. It's just the rat card there, which is actually relatively compatible with the snake. This would symbolize right now that you've got a lot of stuff to get done. You feel overwhelmed. You feel like you're taking on too much. Your projects are bigger than expected, or they cost a bit more than you thought they would. You know, the financial aspect of things, the time, the effort, the actual process of doing things, it's all kind of a bit daunting, a bit overwhelming. And you thought that you'd pre-planned all of this, you thought that you were capable, you thought that you could just get this done quite easily, and maybe you could, maybe you can. We're not going to say that you can't, we're not going to say that it's impossible, it's just it's a little bit more of a handful than you thought. And of course everything else is piling up as well, isn't it? So you've got other things that you need to concentrate on, and other things that you're kind of trying to work through, and you're kind of trying to delegate your time and your focus on what needs to be done. We're in this negative place right now, but that rat is helping you push through it, to get out of it, to get you from this place to the place that you're supposed to be. So realistically, the only advice that I can give you right now, snake people, is to carry on, to keep doing what you're doing, to keep moving forward. I'm not saying that it's going to be easy. I'm not going to say that everything's going to work out well, but it definitely will work out better if you're focused and you're, looking in the right directions, rather than wandering around with your eyes closed, not really kind of putting in any effort. That rat is a doer card. And potentially you feel like you've done too much. Potentially you feel like you're sort of tiring yourself out. But if you've already started, then this is now the time to finish. This is now the time to keep pushing forward. The end is in sight, my lovely snake people. And as you run this marathon, if you can see the finish line, you'd be a fool to stop and cut yourself short so close to the end. You are near the end. You're like in the last 100 meters now, my lovely snake people. So just keep dashing for the finish. This project was never going to last forever. These feelings were never going to last forever. This situation that you're in was always going to be temporary. It's not permanent. It's just a case of, it may be exhausting, it may be tiring, it may worry you a bit that you're not going to finish it. But if you keep on pushing forward, you will make a good progressive start on this, and that will become apparent as you move forward. It will become obvious, and you'll start to see the benefits of that as we start to move from this phase into these positives here, because obviously we are moving from that black rat into the whites. So we can see that there is going to be a switch between the negatives here to the positives. It doesn't necessarily mean that that white is going to be all right though, because they could be, like this horse, not overly compatible with you, because the horse isn't overly compatible with you. This horse is actually a card. This horse is a card that, or this card, the horse, is one of kind of distrust, miscommunication. It is, for a snake anyway, it's one that's not overly great for you, and things are going to get lost in translation, or make you feel like you are the burden, or you're the reason why things aren't going very quickly, or getting done rather sort of fluently. But it's not necessarily you. And I think if you were to put these doubts on you, then you are going to hinder your own progress, because the horse is white. So we can see progress here. We can see that we are slowly moving forward. We can see that there is a sort of path ahead, and that you're treading that path. You are moving forward along this path. You are making progress. Now, the horse and the snake are quite suspicious of each other. They don't necessarily like each other too much, or they don't necessarily get along too well. They can miscommunicate, or they can disagree, and they can have big fallouts, you know? It's a matter of pride almost. It's like pride versus vanity. And I think, again, this is what's going to drive you. It's going to drive you if you can continue pushing forward and continue getting the stuff, like I say, get the stuff you need done. You're in the last 100 meters, dash for the finish. You know, if you start to feel a bit down and negative about it and think, do you know what, I've run most of the marathon, I've got these 100 meters left to go, but you know what, forget it, I'm done, I'm just going to walk off and just give up now. You're going to be your own reason for failure. It's almost like a self-sabotage. It's like, you know, you are the one that gave up when you didn't have to. So definitely continue focusing forward, or you know, focus on moving forward. You're not going to like it. It's going to feel like it's uncomfortable. You're going to feel quite reluctant. You may even want to procrastinate. But my advice for you is that the more you do this, the less progress you're going to make, and the less you are actually going to feel confident enough that you're going to finish these projects. So the best thing to do, don't question it, don't overthink it, just keep pushing forward. Keep moving forward. That horse's progression, that horse is, you know, getting you from one place to another. It's also a very emotional card. So this thing that you're attached to, this thing that is going on right now that's making you feel like you're either not good enough, or you don't have the skills or the time, or, you know, you don't have the focus to get it finished. It's about the emotional attachment here. Because if you are emotionally invested, then you are going to make this work. You are going to make this work because you're going to strive for success and achievement to get it done, you know. But if not, then potentially you'll shy away from it. You'll become more reserved, and then you will get no results from that. And I don't see that happening per se, because you are a very intelligent person. We've got this snake coming in here next, the karmic card, your card. This is you. It's in the positive. So we can now start, and again, snakes are compatible with other snakes. So now here we can see it becoming more about you, and more about what you are wanting, and achieving this goal for you, making the effort for what you want to see. You want to see results. You want to see what's happening. You want to see things get crossed off this to-do list. You're not necessarily worried about, you know, what other people think, or how things are kind of portrayed by other people. What matters to you the most now is how you feel about it and what you want to see from this. You want to see results, you know. It's not about crossing that finish line to win the trophy or get the applause and cheer from everybody, you know. It's about you being able to have that sense of achievement for yourself. And the more you focus on doing things for yourself, the more sort of boosting it will be for your self-esteem. It will be a big sort of boost for your confidence, as long as you are happy with the results for you. Like I say, that rat is basically saying that we are not moving necessarily as quickly as you'd like, or things are getting a little bit neglected. But that horse is to move you out of that into a more progressive state, or a more sort of forward thinking kind of environment, atmosphere kind of approach. And there's that snake to kind of validate that, you know, it is about you and your sort of wants and needs. It is about, you know, kind of trying your best to make what works for you work. There's no animosity between two snake people. So this card can only really bring out a positive result near the ending of the week, I think. And if you understand that it is about your perspective of whether you see things from the negative or the positive, you're going to find it a lot easier, because you'll be able to say, well, you know, there is a silver lining, or there is a positive that comes out of this negative. If you keep seeing the negatives, then you're always going to see the negatives. However, I don't think there is much negative here. I think it is a lot of positive coming out of this. I think right now, moving forward, what you really need to kind of concentrate on, really, as I say, and I've said this before, is doing what you need to do for you. You need to focus on your desires, on your kind of, I don't know, like your own resolutions. You need to be your own resolution here. And if you've decided that's the way it's going to be, and that's the way to resolve a certain thing, don't question it. Don't get other people's opinions and ask them what they think. Just do it, because this is for you, my lovely snake people. This is about getting you from this slump that you may be in a more forward progressive place, so that you can then see results for yourself at the end of it, and actually have that confidence boost that you are needing right now. And we'll find out if you get that, won't we, next week when we come back and do another reading for you guys born in the year of the snake. I'll be back tomorrow for a reading for those born in the year of the horse and the sheep. So if you are interested, I will see you then. If not, not to worry. I'll see you next week. Thanks for watching. Love and peace.